Static crackled across the dusty speakers. A vacuum of silence followed, thick and heavy. The faint hum of electricity was the only sign of life, a constant reminder of the unseen energy coursing through the wires. Then a voice, low and guttural, sliced through the silence. Elizabeth. It rasped, each syllable a drop of ice water down a spine. The voice echoed, reverberating in the silence that followed. A name uttered on the breath of the ether, a summons from the unknown. The static returned for a moment, a fleeting wave of white noise, before receding once more. The silence stretched, pregnant with anticipation. The unseen speaker seemed to draw breath, a slow, deliberate intake that promised a revelation to come. "You were told this was a journey of discovery," the voice continued, its tone laced with a sardonic amusement. "A quest for knowledge, a pilgrimage to enlightenment. A cruel jest, Elizabeth. A tapestry of lies woven to lure you here." The name Elizabeth hung in the air, heavy with unspoken meaning. The voice, now laced with a chilling calmness, continued its monologue. It spoke of betrayal, of a labyrinth designed not to guide but to confound. This place, this labyrinth you find yourself in, it offers no answers, Elizabeth. Only endless corridors of deceit, each turn leading you further astray. Your pursuit, fueled by desires you barely comprehend, is but a fool's errand. The voice paused, allowing the weight of its words to settle. A sense of claustrophobia permeated the air, as if the listener themselves were trapped within the labyrinth's suffocating embrace. The silence, once expectant, now felt oppressive, filled with the echo of Elizabeth's futile chase. "And what of the volunteer?" the voice finally resumed, a hint of curiosity in its tone. "The one who stumbled into this web of deceit, an unwitting player in a game they never chose to join. Perhaps, Elizabeth, they have found what they truly sought, though not in the way they ever imagined." The unseen speaker chuckled, a dry, brittle sound like dead leaves skittering across a tombstone. The volunteer, a pawn in this elaborate game, was an intriguing twist, their presence adding another layer of mystery to the unfolding drama. They sought escape, did they not? A release from the mundane, a taste of the extraordinary. Well, they have found it here, Elizabeth, haven't they? Trapped in this macabre spectacle just as you are. The voice grew quieter, as if confiding a secret. "But tell me, Elizabeth, are they truly unwilling participants? Or have they perhaps found a perverse solace in this shared predicament? A kinship forged in fear and uncertainty?" The static returned, momentarily drowning out the voice. When it subsided, the speaker's tone had shifted, taking on a mournful quality. It seemed the focus was shifting, moving away from Elizabeth and the volunteer towards a new, and perhaps even more tragic figure in this unfolding story.
"The monsters, Elizabeth," the voice whispered, the word heavy with sorrow and a strange, twisted affection. "What becomes of them when the curtain falls, when the echoes of our drama fade into silence?"
A heavy sigh, laden with weariness and regret, seemed to emanate from the very core of the speaker. The question hung in the air, unanswered, echoing the uncertainty that permeated every aspect of this chilling narrative.
"Do they find peace, Elizabeth? Or are they doomed to wander these desolate corridors for eternity, their punishment for the sins we have forced upon them?"
The voice broke, dissolving into a choked sob. The static crackled once more, threatening to consume the narrative entirely. When it subsided, a new voice emerged, frail yet resolute, imbued with an almost unbearable sadness.
"Anna, my sweet Anna," the voice trembled, each word thick with grief. "Forgive me. You were just a child, caught in the crossfire of my ambition. I never intended for you to become entangled in this web of deceit, to be forever bound to this place."
The voice was filled with a bone-deep sorrow, a father's lament for a daughter lost. It spoke of dreams shattered, of innocence stolen, a chilling reminder of the human cost of this unfolding tragedy.
"Find peace, my darling. May you finally know solace even in the silence that awaits us all."
The voice grew fainter, fading into the static that had become a constant companion in this unsettling narrative. It seemed the speaker, his confession made, was ready to embrace the silence, to relinquish his hold on this world and the ones he had drawn into it. The static swelled, a cacophony of white noise that filled the space left by the speaker's absence. It crackled and hissed, a final, defiant roar before it too surrendered to the silence. An emptiness settled over the airwaves. The story, for now, was over, but the questions lingered, echoing in the silence, a haunting reminder of the darkness that lay hidden beneath the surface of the everyday. Elizabeth, the volunteer, the monsters, Anna, their fates intertwined in this unsettling tapestry of deceit and despair. Were they gone? Their stories ended? Or would their whispers continue to echo through the static, waiting for someone else to stumble upon their tale? The silence held no answers, only the faint hum of electricity, a constant reminder of the unseen forces that shaped their destinies.